My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is March 22nd, 2023. It is 8:22 a.m. I don't normally record around this time, and I was supposed to record early in the morning since 12, but I messed up my list. What I did is that the video that I was supposed to edit, I put that list up on my screen thinking it's the old. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's supposed, the one that I put up, I thought was supposed to be the one that I was supposed to record on, but I put it on the one that I've already recorded on. So in order for me to find out, plus I was going to Twitter in the morning to see if I could add some new one. This is what really messed me up. I added new tweets into the old one, which I've already recorded. So I was trying to figure out which one did I just put so I could remove it. It was a whole bunch of mess. So instead I said, you know what, let me just edit that video, so the tweets that I don't see or that don't follow the list, I'll remove it, put it to the new list. So it messed me up completely. But anyway, I finished edit the yesterday's video, so now I'm starting a new one. And thank God my husband went to the office. He was supposed to be working from home today, but he needs to coordinate some stuff with his coworker. There's some project that needs to go out, so he said it's best for him to be at the office. So here I am. Around this time I should be giving him the computer and then work on the other place, because he usually takes the office. Anyway, let's go on Twitter. Too much info. So this is the first tweet, and I leave a lot of tweet out. So the squad started to putting more tweets. I've added some new one, so I'm probably gonna be recording for like 2 hours or so in terms of recording. All right, first one. Just thinking about Penny being at Phillips' funeral, Liz really put up with a lot to maintain this sham monarchy. Hope it was worth it. Penny meaning that the lady that allegedly was having an affair with Philip. She went to the funeral, so this is who she's talking about. So there's me responding here. Sharing is caring in this circle, meaning the aristocrat circle, so they sleep around. Okay, only Harry didn't want to share. There's a laugh. What's mine is mine. That's what Harry was saying. The best way to be selfish. Okay, there's this here, another response. Nah, she signed up for that life. Throughout her entire marriage, Philip had mistresses on the side, and they were, no, I guess, not living together all the time. She also opened buddy with Penny, photographed at many horsey occasions, laughing and having a good time together. There's this. I mean, I don't know what to say. Let me just read. I said what I have to say here. Harry was selfish. He didn't want to share his. And this type of thing, when people sleeping around, it's not, what's the term? Clean. Because some people don't use protection, and people doing things, all sort of things. The things that I be reading on Twitter, which I probably will be banned if I share them with you on YouTube. People not washing their hands. So if they're not doing that simple things, can you imagine what they're doing with their other things? But anyway, there's this here. Effed up life to be asked to sign up for, especially as signing up was done by being born. Okay, there's some comment under there. Agree. Plus, according to written royal rules, Elizabeth II as monarch should have been the one with a harem. Patriarchy kicked in. Okay, my mother lived in Paris and was at two fancy functions that Philip was at alone. One was an opera woman flocked to him, and she said it was common knowledge he had many girlfriends. It was never reported on because they were royals. Liz knew what was going on. He was at sea a lot. Okay, it was very common knowledge. Interesting. I always thought Penny was his illegitimate daughter. Penny. Nah, Penny is that lady, but maybe the daughter named Penny. I'm not sure. I'm thinking that TV show. I forgot the name of it. Big Bang Theory. Penny knocking on the door. Okay, he's supposed to have slept with Princess Margaret and Princess Alexandra. What? I reckon him and Mountbatten groomed Queen Elizabeth II because she was only 13 when they first met. Mountbatten engineered their first meeting. He was determined to get Elizabeth for Philip. Yeah, that for sure, because since Philip was kicked out of Greece, so he wanted him to still be within the royal circle. So there's that. The whole courtship gave grooming vibes. All right, let's read this because there's more tweet coming. That I have for you. That's why she was so ice cold to what was happening to Diana's marriage. It's happening to me and I learned to live with it, so you too must deal with it. Exactly that. Those women are the worst. Okay, was she really there? Gosh, the only person outside of family. Queen Elizabeth had a very close relationship with Lord Porchester, later the Earl of Carnarvon. Okay, did I pronounce it right? He was very close to her, but I doubted there was any infidelity. Her mother wanted her to marry him. He was also the horse breeding manager and they talk every day. Whatever. Okay, you've just reminded me of Liz's funeral when Penny's daughter. Yeah, Penny is the woman where I think Philip was riding motorcycle with. I have a picture of that, and doing horse carriage or something like that. So that's that one. You've just reminded me of Liz's funeral when Penny's daughter came into the church followed by Rose Hembury, the commentator who'd been droning on about every single mourners, went silent, and because they follow each other in it was a noticeable and lengthy silence. There's the laugh. Okay, I didn't watch the funeral. I have clips here and there, but I just searched for what I want and then I was done. I didn't really watch the funeral. But I did watch the walkabout though, because I have it as my clips. So when I was doing my videos, so I know what was in it. Okay, old school open relationship. Won't find out in my lifetime, but curiosity about his will. What and how much did he leave Penny and her daughter? These people, they probably already have the information or whatever was left for them. What's good it is to keep it sealed if those people who's gonna get something are alive. What, until they're dead? Yeah, probably until they're dead. Everybody else is gonna know. The world is gonna know. But while they're living, they're not gonna tell us. I read a video with I did a video. What is it? Something censure. Queen's consent or something like that. With that, I read about some part why certain things, rules were kept silent from the public. Okay, went silent, and because they follow each other, and it was okay. That's the one I just read. Old school open relationship. Won't find out in my lifetime, but curiosity about his will. What and how much did he leave Penny and her daughter? Why the century lag down on the will? Because they know they do things. This is what happened when people are not paying attention. These things should be made public because they're receiving taxpayers' money. But hey, once they need to do their things, they distract you with that squirrel.
So that I may talk, squirrel.
Everybody forget about it, and then they quickly put what needs to be done on the law, in the books. Next tweet. 83 British district councils are not spending any money to celebrate King Charles. I'm gonna leave the link in the description. Let's read the first paragraph. I'm struggling to come up with some kind of American equivalent to Britain coronation. Let's go with the 4th of July. I guess the equivalent to that will be what is it? when the oh my god, I can't think of the term, when the president is doing oath of office. Okay, hopefully when I'm editing I'll remember. Just look at the screen. Hopefully I remember. Inauguration, that's it. Inauguration, that will be the only equivalent to it. All right. And cities, towns, and counties around America, local governments will organize various taxpayer-funded celebrations for Independence Day. Those celebrations might include a parade, a fireworks display, a concert, what have you. I think most taxpayers support that because those celebrations are for everyone and it's a national holiday. Apparently, local council in Britain don't want to spend any money on coronation parties, even though King Charles clearly wants his coronation to be celebrated as a national holiday. The problem is, on a local and national level, Charles's subjects are really struggling financially, so there simply isn't money to spend in many district councils. So that's that. The link will be in the description. Let's go back on Twitter to see what some of the squad are saying. Okay, this is all Meghan and Harry's fault. Charles should send the entire bill to them to pay. Insert sarcastic, punctuation mark. She's joking. Okay, why should they spend money, pound, they don't have to celebrate King Cash and Carrie with his soul dance? Okay, for a minute I thought I'm reading a different language. Living a life of luxury, never wants for anything when their people are starving and freezing. I mean, the thing is that to what when... because they all are on the same page, because he gets to benefit no matter which way. It's just that when certain things were happening, if he was speaking on behalf of the people, maybe many of the things that the UK are facing right now will not be that grave. Because if he didn't give a F, that's the thing here. When you don't give a F, you'll find people who stand for you. If when you don't give a F, it's for the right thing. Because right now he doesn't give a F, but for himself he does. Okay, but if he had stood up for the people, and I'm sure that would have been returned to him. When the government is trying to do certain things, people will stand for him, but he was being selfish. The government, you know, if he had seen the domino effect of things for the unforeseeable future, if he was doing those type of calculation when things didn't happen, if this happened, that possibly could happen. If he was thinking in that sense, okay, he would have known to stand up for the people, but he wasn't. So instead, when things were going bad for certain people, it was benefiting him, but things will eventually crash down. All right, so I hope I make sense with that. So right now he needs his coronation. People, I don't know, maybe the royalists might want to, but do the royalists want to spend money? Okay, this is the thing. When Harry and Meghan are having their issues or doing certain fundraising like the squad usually do, the squad spend money for a good cause because it benefit, you know, majority, the vast. But him is that selfishness that's preventing people to stand for him. But his royalists will, but are they gonna spend their money? This is the thing Charles need, money. Even though he's been getting bag full of cash, but this bag full of cash usually come with a string attached. When the squad do things, they do it out of their heart. All right, let's continue. Okay, I went off. All right, why would okay, that's that. He could do a Carnegie type funding of struggling libraries and have a string of Charles-funded buildings across the country, reminding people of his goodwill and usefulness. Or he could buy himself a gold carriage. That's what he's having. I mean, if he was thinking right, and I mean, these people have so much money. I don't know how they think, because money always, it seems like money grow on trees. If they were rationing, knowing that, okay, let's save this for coronation or something like that, but instead they know money is always coming in, they spend as they wish, so they never really think logically. All right, so that's that. In all seriousness, is there anything that King Charles can do those council worry about retaliation? I'm sure this sounds creamy, but just wondering how it works. Otherwise, good for them. All right, let's read what's there and then I'll go into that. Okay, they should be named. If my council is one of them, I shall write a letter to thank them for prioritizing the spending of our council taxes. If these people are elected officials, maybe that's why. I mean, right now, the elected officials have put Charles in a thing here where they could do whatever they want, meaning that the elected officials, they could leave Charles hanging for all they want. It's okay because they are elected officials. People vote for them because a lot of people in the UK are struggling. Now, what Charles can do now? Not much. I mean, I guess I don't want to say certain things to put ideas into people's head, but those elected officials, if they want that job now, if they want those jobs back when it comes to election day, so people's gonna remember that. So right now they could leave Charles hanging for all they want. I mean, if the plan was to get rid of the monarchy without saying they want to get rid of the monarchy, okay, this is it right now. All right, they should be named. Okay, I read that. Pardon me if I missed it, but did you see that Choco promoted the Marquess of Chamonix to a lord in waiting? I just found it interesting. A reward for letting the rose bushes to be watered. Is he? Okay, I'll go into that as well. That guy, was it Rose's husband? Is he universally hated in Britain? They are even bad at grifting. Let's do this and then I'll come back out and go into that. Okay, there's that. Okay, so it's just no. Let's go back. I said this one. Okay, in all seriousness, is there anything King Charles can do? All right. People residing in those council districts pay taxes for services in the district. I'm not sure if they also get funds from the government. King Charles can't retaliate. That's what I think. He can't, because these are the elected officials, and if he does something, this is what I mean by they leaving him on a string. He could, if he wants a big party and the money is coming out of his pocket, hey, for all I care, for those people, he could do it. But if the taxpayer is going to be doing that, then this is where the elected officials need to think of their position, because anybody else who don't like the fact that they vote to fund Charles' lavish lifestyle when people are struggling, then their position in jeopardy. Okay, if it was just a couple of them, maybe there could have been some type of punishment, but since they are majority, okay, the royal family don't want to rock the boat. That's the thing. This is that. Next tweet. All right. Oh my God, 17 minutes already, and I have a lot more. All right. Nobody does chaos as well as the French protesters. French squaddies, are y'all ready? This is a GIF. There's me here. Some squaddies should keep an eye around the tunnel 24/7. I put this in quote, and this is a song, by the way. Freaks walks at night. Okay, freaks walk out at night, I should say. Freaks walks out at night. They'll visit as a thank you for being gone. Our savior in the universe is good. Justice. All right. I think someone responded. There's this here. Oh yes, keep a close eye on it. Burglars always return to the scene of the crime. Okay, just posted a link saying that Bordeaux tram drivers will go on strike when Charles arrives. Ah, very interesting. Huh. Born ready. There's the, okay, the squad and friends. Always in formation. That's good. That's it. Oops, I went back and then I missed it. All right, so this is new because I missed my thing here. Let's see here. King Charles the Cool will be welcome as he deserves to be. French squaddies information. Okay, so there it is here again. She retweeted that. Let's go into that. King's state visit to France will be hit by strikes, vow protesters. Oh my lord. Okay, this is brand new because I didn't see that. Okay. So it's just a dip and an approbation in Commonwealth countries, which were former colonies. It's a problem with former sworn enemies now. Wow. All right, let me bookmark this and I'll go into that. Okay, the one that I went, Jody said nobody does protesting like the French. All right, I went back to it and it get gone. Okay, so she retweeted that French squaddies information. Let's see this. Oh, this is a screenshot. That's that. Okay, vote for Harry and Meghan and thank you. Okay, so there's something going on. I saw it happening yesterday, but I didn't go too much on it. Okay, they did say egg is very, very cheap in France, and there are plenty and there are plenty of it in the supermarket. Everyone knows Charles loves eggs. Let's see here. That's in French. Okay, this is a GIF. Okay, that's a commercial. Oh my God, I don't think they will be. Let me not say what I'm thinking. Okay, the audacity of planning a reception adversary with a king while French people and struggling and protesting every day. We will remind Charles how it ended with Louis XVI. There's this. This sounds like music to my ear. Okay, it'll be a mess. Oh my God. Wow. France is ready. All right, let's go. I just added 2 tweets within that. I already have a whole bunch, but they all come together. Next one. Okay, one day Dickie, the Queen's former press secretary, will explain why he was so certain that they weren't married. Okay, so let's see. That's in Spanish. She retweeted that in Spanish, but the screenshot are in English. It's only an alleged romance. Don't hold your breath on this one. It ain't going to happen. That was in 2016. That's regarding Harry and Meghan when they were dating. Okay, Prince Harry alleged Meghan Markle romance get big newspaper attention, The Guardian. Okay, so let's see. Okay, most of the screenshot is regarding Dickie, who's saying like it won't happen. Okay, there he is again, November 2nd. Okay, time to move on. No point banging on with a story that isn't going anywhere. So this person, he retweeted this person, Simon Perry. Okay, Prince Harry has already introduced girlfriends Meghan Markle to dad, Prince Charles, people.com. All right, so Dickie Arbiter keep on saying it's not gonna happen. Okay, this is the main thing here, what he is saying, and then why is he retweeting that? Okay, so there he is again. He's retweeting Hello Magazine. Prince Harry's girlfriend Meghan Markle talks wedding dresses on suit. All right, there's this here again. He retweeted that at Hello Magazine, has fallen into the media trap presuming Meghan Markle is Prince Harry's girlfriend. Forget it, they're off beam. Okay, so they had a plan. There he is again. He is retweeting this person, Carolyn Harris. That's in, okay, no, I thought that was in Spanish. You never know. Comparatively, minor royalty have been married in the Abbey. Okay, there he is. Well, guys, Prince Harry has only admitted he's in the relationship with Meghan Markle. He's not said he's walking up the aisle. All right, so every tweet that he retweeted make reference as if this will never happen. Okay, so they had the blueprint, or should I say the memo, that it's not gonna happen. All right, that's this here. He was practically stroking out. I do wonder who was talking to him about not Harry. Okay, now that it is known that the relationship had been going on for months before it was made public, it is evident that Dickie and the rest of the experts know nothing, and that the palace was hoping that the relationship will not go that far. That's what I think too. That's what I think too. Okay, he ended up saying something like he may date her, sleep with her, but never marry her. Must have gotten his news from Willie and Granddad. Yep. All right, there's that. This is in Spanish. Well, guys, Dickie was having a stroke at the very thought of Meghan marrying into the royal family. He must have gone into a dark place when they got married. The racists were circling long before Meghan stepped foot in that family. Then you can hear his anguish, pain, and panic in every one of those tweets. Yep. Okay, he can't believe his beloved masters were going to dilute their thick blood like that. His life has never been the same. This thing here, what is it? Dilute their thick blood like that. Isn't that video that I did when it was regarding the tabloid? Because that was one of them, their main goal when black people were mingling with poor white women. They didn't want them to mingle, and eventually it will be moving forward, and then it will go to a different social class. This is what this tweet remind me of.
The anti-abolitionist Edward Long wrote,
"The lower class women in England are remarkably fond of the blacks. In the course of a few generations more, the English blood will become so contaminated with this mixture as even to reach the middle and then the higher orders of the people. This is a venomous and dangerous ulcer that threatens to disperse its malignancy far and wide until every family catches infection from it."
But the media is a...
Let's go back. There's more on this one, but let's go back to the main one. Pagan Trelawney. This is where my comment is. Okay, the whole plan was to mess up the wedding, Thomas Markle. So there's that.
Right. So that may have been one of the things that upset her. And of course, the photographs were a setup. I was set up by a guy named Jeff Rayner and another guy named Dylan Howard, who was with American Media, I think. And the whole thing was a plan to actually mess up the wedding.
Right, so that was the plan, to mess up the wedding. 54 people like it. Wow, 2,112 people saw it. Okay, they had managed to push away all his girlfriends before, and Meghan's faced unprecedented threat after their relationship became public, and they thought she would give up and leave him. Okay, they didn't push away Cressida. Okay, let's see here. Okay, Harry said William and Kate approve of Cressida. Appears Cressida didn't think it was worth having the media intrusion in her life. In my humble opinion, neither of them felt strong enough the other. With Harry and Meghan, there was very strong attraction from the beginning. Soulmate. Okay. Let's just say this is something I truly believe. Okay. My humble opinion. All these people Harry have dated prior to Meghan, I think each one of them taught Harry some sort of a lesson to strengthen his love or whatever it is he's looking for. And each one of them, there's like, well, he sort of said he had a list. So each person he dated, his list keep on growing. Okay, if I'm gonna be married with somebody, I want this, I want that. Not to disrespect any of the exes, no, it's just that they had to be strong enough to take on the tabloid, just like Meghan did with the Daily Mail. Okay, let's do this one. Tweeting twice and 4 times in a span of 8 days with overwhelming intent to tell the entire world Harry's and Meghan's relationship was not viable. At the time and devotion he had for this is strange. Okay, meanwhile, from the very beginning, Harry knew this was it for him. That is true. The words has been on the tip of my tongue almost from the start. So in one sense, they didn't feel particularly revelatory or even necessary. Of course, I love her. Meg knew that. Meg could see it. The whole world could. I love her with all my heart, as I've never loved anyone before. And yet, saying it made everything real. Saying it set things in motion automatically. Saying it was a step. It meant we now had a few more very big steps ahead, like moving in together. Alright, let's read what's there and then move on. Okay, he also called Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan's relationship a fling. He probably still wanted his daughter to have a chance with either one of them, as he positioned her to bag a prince, but they wanted nothing to do with her. Now she's a royal insider with sparse eyelashes. The squad, oh my god, this is funny. The scary thing is he still speak like this about them, especially Meg, till this day. Really makes you wonder. Just like the folks who've been saying it won't last a year for the past 6 years. He knew how hard they were working behind the scenes. Yep, that is for sure. Yeah, I truly believe that. He knew how hard they were working behind the scenes to sabotage the relationship. Well, they failed. Okay, this is why I said what I quoted what the father said. The whole plan was to mess up the wedding. That's what it was. Okay, to sabotage the relationship. There was an elaborate plan behind palace walls, and I am sure quite a number of the senior royals, including the one who's at war with 1-year-old. Who's at war with 1-year-old were part of it. Such shameless losers. Yep. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Oh my god, I'm already 28 minutes and I'm not even half the way to my thing. Okay, this. Okay, that was the tweet. She put two screenshots. King 1 coronation plan for Archie and Lilibet is a huge mistake. Buckingham Palace has invited Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to the coronation of King Charles, but has reportedly excluded Prince Archie Harrison and Princess Lilibet Diana from its plan. When was that? The 21st, yesterday. Oh my god, these people always writing nonsense. Okay, they updated it. Okay, updated yesterday. But it was written the day before, prior that, March 20th. Oh my god, these people. Okay, quote, reports have suggested that the selection of guests who will fill the abbey's pew pews will be a representative or cross-section of multicultural 21st century Britain, leaving Archie and Lily out of the whole 3-day event. 3-day event? It's 3-day event? Are you freaking kidding me? Where are they gonna have money for that? Leaving Archie and Lily out of the whole 3-day event makes something of mockery of all the enthusiastic drum banging about just how smashing this inclusiveness business is. How can the king bring a politically, cultural, and socially fractured Britain together if he doesn't even have it in him to bring all of his grandchildren together? The commentator added that Lilibet and Archie are completely innocent when it comes to the feud between the firm and their parents. And her piece for news.com Australia, I think that's AU, okay, Aussie, the commentator also wrote that while it is true that it's not even yet known whether the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will attend the coronation, showing their children are welcome during the celebration will tip the scales. She added, by leaving them both out of coronation plan, His Majesty is all but ensuring that the current rift between London and Montecito will only become more deeply entrenched and that it will last for generations. But the thing is that they had Meghan there. This is what would have brought the Commonwealth together, made Britain more strong. Okay? But they rejected her. How could anybody... but we already see some Commonwealth not only already left, some are suggesting they want to leave. So how could they trying to patch up this bandage here? Okay, he only wants all the people to come together just for him. But once he's done with you, who cares what you do? Oh my Lord. But anyway, there's that. William and Kate terrified over Harry and Meghan coronation reunion expected. This guy is always angry. Whether or not it's true, pinch of salt with everything that I just read. Okay, I'm reading it. That doesn't mean I truly believe it, but I give you my opinion if it was true anyway. Alright, I actually hope Harry and Meghan will turn this coronation down, and even if asked to have Archie and Lilibet there, I hope they turn down. I hope they turn that down too. Like I said, I have an answer for everything. If they do go, okay, for Meghan to wear Princess Diana's tiara, and if they do go with the kids, put a mask on the kids. If they don't leave a chair for the kids sit on their lap. I don't know. I have an answer for everything, but we shall wait and see. Okay, it's obvious Charles doesn't have any love for his multiracial grandchildren, so why allow him and British media to use them? That's another thing too as well. But to give a middle finger to say, you know, I can if I want kind of thing, Meghan should come and put Princess Diana's tiara. Okay, agree. Also, the media is trying to incite a negative or even violent reaction to the Sussexes, and they already can't trust anyone in the royal family, surrounded by snakes. Any anxiety is off the chart for their safety. It's funny that she said surrounding by snakes. There was one one thumbnails that I did. I think I put it surrounded by snakes as well. Okay, correct. But I don't trust expert at news. Yeah, I mean, when you read any tabloid in the UK and Australia, or even in the US as well, like what's the name of the other one? I forgot the name of it. Just even Hello Magazine, all of this, they don't know. They write sensationalized things to please the monarch. I think they have all these people under their fingertip. Okay, I feel like they want them there so they can write weird stories about them. Oh, that's for sure. Okay, I mean, they're gonna write their nonsense. Look what happened to the week that the Queen passed. The same thing. Okay, just think the same thing will happen during the coronation, as if nothing happened. Okay, I think Harry should go alone and don't go at all. If he's gonna go, Meghan has to go. Just don't go at all. Okay, they will drive Meghan if she attend, and they will say that they overshadowed the coronation. Okay. At this point, I don't think Meghan care what they say. Okay, the papers certainly want them all there for their own motivation. Okay, Princess Elizabeth is way too young to sit through a ceremony like that. I think she and Archie will be included on the balcony appearance and official portrait from the day. Like I said, it will be a perfect excuse for them to leave. When the kids, if they come with the kids, the kids start acting up, I doubt it, but for sitting for that long, okay, you just live with the kids. Why? Hey, your perfect excuse, the kids can sit that long. All right? And remember, Harry and Meghan are not working well, so they don't have to sit there that long. Next tweet. Okay, this is why the British media can't shut up about Harry and his wife. They know the British royal family is nothing without them. Admit you fumbled the bag because they can't deal a biracial princess. All right, this was, wow, I felt like I bookmarked it a long time. Then again, I just edited that video that I did yesterday, so it wasn't for a long time. All right, so let's read this. There's Chris Chip. Yes, after Wednesday, I don't think they come under my brief anymore. When was that? That was in 29 March 2020. Okay, so what is he saying
now?
You've
got the most recognizable members of the royal family, international superstars, if you like. You've got the most recognizable members of the royal
I'm thinking when during the Invictus, he went to the Invictus, the squad who were there in person. This is why I always look out for my squaddies in the UK, because when Twitter is throwing the UK under the bus, I always make sure to make room for the good one, because there were some good squaddies who traveled to the Netherlands to support Harry and I guess the athletes, the UK athletes, because there were none. When I mean none, no official person, no elected officials in the UK or the royal family give a shout out to the athletes, but some of the squad traveled to the UK. Why did I bring this? Because they were the one who took pictures of Chris Chip, who couldn't get in who couldn't get in the facility because Harry doesn't deal with these people. And that's why he's pissed, because this is where the money bag is. This is where the money bag is. And I think, I don't know when he this was recorded, that video here, but he truly regretted, because this is where the money is with Harry and Meghan, because they always doing things interesting, things that people want to talk about, things that people want to know. But the royal family, they so freaking busy hating. Nobody wants to hear about hate. The other day, someone in the comment section said, I can't believe this. Every day there's some nonsense going on about the Sussexes. And I'm like, yeah, I can believe it. Every day there's some freaking tabloid writing some nonsense. They spend so much of their time hating. If they were focusing on producing, doing things for charity, maybe the love and adoration they're looking that Harry and Meghan have, they would have gotten it from the UK. Because all they want to do is cut ribbon, and then they go and do their business, and then they look down on people. Nobody wants that. Okay, nobody's asking. I'm pretty sure the little people is not asking for you to put them on a pedestal. All they want is a level playing field and show respect. But they can't even do that. So why would they want the people to cheer for them, with the exception of the racists? You know? But Chris Chip, the whole reason I bring it, Chris Chip, I think, in my humble opinion, I don't follow him, but when they do bring stuff, screenshot like that about him, I read some of the history, but I don't go into his tweet. I don't follow him at all. So I think he's one of those royal rats who truly regret that maybe he followed the bandwagon of the royal rats to talk negative about Harry and Meghan. If he was doing things honestly, I think maybe he will have access. Because after the Invictus, the squad shared another video where he's talking in the studio what he witnessed or whatever, even though he couldn't get in. And even the footage that he have, he couldn't even show it because he didn't have permission. The squad were laughing about it. But anyway, all this due to the squaddies in the UK who travel to the Netherlands, and they share their experiences. Even when they did the Land Rover obstacle course, they were in the car, they shared that video, they were screaming like crazy. I think it's the same squaddies, but it was some squaddies. I don't know if it was the UK squaddies. But anyway, let me read some of the comment. Chris was greatly agitated, hurt, upset, irritated. He was going through all the emotion because his favorite target left. Meghan was the topic of his little podcast, and then she left. This man never recovered from this. Okay. Oh, I didn't even know he has a podcast. I'll come into this, but let me read this. He was shook. Someone checked his blood pressure. They fumbled the bag and did. The way he was shaking. Okay, shipyard is big mad. Okay, let's go into that. Maybe it's the same responses. Okay, I believe out of the reporters I have seen, he definitely appeared to lose interest in the whole monarchy business after they left. You see, I didn't even read this, and I think so too. He's the only one I think who regret for trashing. I don't know what he said besides some of the things the squad share. If he ever said anything negative about Harry and Meghan. Okay, Bango. His main interest was Meghan. He was fascinated by her and wanted to make her the only subject of his new career. Okay, does that podcast still happen? It used to conveniently go on hiatus whenever Harry and Meghan were on a break. There's the laugh. I suspect it's dead. They're talking about the podcast. I said this because the squad never talk about it again. See, you just need one squaddie who have interest of something, who talk about the haters, or who do the click, who have the temperament to listen to those nonsense and then report to us. You see, this is why I don't need to go follow a lot of people. Okay, he was shook. There's a laugh. Well, the superstars left. He stuck reporting on the locals with Sausage Finger, Egghead, Rottweiler, and Fiesta turned focus on Bon, who mumble, who cut ribbons. The way he randomly throws the international superstars, there's the laugh. The locals are boring and don't generate clicks. There's this. Poor Chris. Okay. I didn't even turn the sound on to see that he's physically angry and frustrated. The royal family and media never thought Harry and Meghan would leave. Yeah, this is the thing. It's the confidence Harry and Meghan have within themselves. Okay, they know what they could contribute and they just left. Okay, you're putting obstacles. When I say obstacles, unnecessary obstacles on them, and then they're like, we just want to work, and they left. And Harry knows how lazy his family are. So this was the image that the squad, one of the squad, used to put. I think there was on this one in the far left. I mean, the far right is a cow with a circle and said the cow. And this was not my horse, and there was an image of my horse. I think this was the image. Okay, Scobie, there is little worry at the palace over the growing anti-monarchy apathy. All right, let's click on it. You guys could read it. I'll read the first paragraph only. Okay, on Commonwealth Day, there was a sizable protest and demonstration outside of Westminster Abbey, timed specifically for the arrival of the Windsors for the Commonwealth service, and most of the footage of the arrivals, you can hear activists heckling King Charles and William as they enter the Abbey. It was pretty great, and also unremarkably these days. For Charles especially, there are Republicans protest constantly at his event. He's had egg thrown at him. He's been booed by crowd. He's had to arrive at event with folks shouting at him to a bullhorn. It's amazing. Republic CEO Graham Smith has spoken about the rise in anti-monarchy protests now that Queen Elizabeth II has passed, and Republic is raising more money. There's the thing here. I don't know, for some reason I still don't trust that Republic kind of organization. Okay, I always feel like the royal family always, every corners, every basis, this is one of the base I think they feel like they could control. They create it and then make people believe this is what they are about. And then there's the part here, raising money. This is the part here, get money for you're angry, they create something for your to support your emotion, your anger. You happy, they create an organization for to support your happiness. For charity, you on your own. We'll cut ribbon, but you on your own on that. But everything else, I really think the royal family is pretty much cover every basis. Okay, let me read that. It's amazing. Republic CEO Graham Smith. This is not saying that this guy is what it is. I'm just saying this is my perspective, my humble opinion about, different kind of organization that keeps on happening in the UK. Okay, Republic CEO Graham Smith has spoken about the rise in anti-monarchy protests now that Queen Elizabeth II has passed. The Republic is raising more money now than ever That's that. This is the part here. More than they ever have, which is where Omid Scobie latest column picked up. Scobie writes that it's not even these protests which should worry Charles. It's widespread apathy and ambivalence toward the monarchy in general. Some highlights from Scobie column. Okay, so there's more. You guys could read it. Okay, I'll leave the link in the description. All right, there's that. This is why I have issue with the senior staff, because they are supposed to be the bridge between the monarchy and the public, and they're anything but. Too many people benefit from the ignorance of the monarchy. Okay, my opinion. Why are they peasant? Why are they peasant? You know, in an instance, you could be a peasant. Okay, so if you up there, you just never know. Your foundation could easily break. Okay, interesting point about this being the first coronation during universal suffrage. I can see how that will have an impact. And this was our plan, because when you think about it, people don't live forever. Okay, and when the Queen starting hitting, I guess, her 80s, 90s, especially the 90s. Okay, you know time is about to go. So those elected officials starting to shake the foundation for the royal family. Okay, they started to shake it. How? By making the people suffer. When you look at World War One, you know, all these things, what happened in how do you call this, in Germany, how they starve people, you know, just read about it. So this, I think, is the same blueprint that is happening here. And this is why, the other thing which I've talked about before on my PYTE, it may not be on this channel, PYTE, is that they're closing off public libraries, a lot of things, making as if there's no money for that. Okay, all this is to deactivate the brain cells, okay, for you not to go search for things, to educate yourself. Let's say, if I don't know, if every school in the UK you have to pay for it, okay, I don't know if it's free, I do not know, I'm just saying in general, where some people could just go in the library and pick up a book. But thank God there's social media, every smartphone, you know, you could search things. But when they start closing off libraries, this is an indication there's a problem here. Okay, when they start doing certain things in school, not teaching certain things, there's a problem there as well. Why they don't want people to learn? Because they're trying to control the mind. It's a lot. Okay, it's a lot, and these things have been done before. That's the thing here. It has been done before. History is very important for people to learn, because once you start seeing a hint of it in your lifetime, that could raise the radar for you. Put your light bulbs on and say, wait a second, this had happened before. Why are you repeating the same thing? When in fact, people should try to preserve, increase the, preserve what we already have, but increase or improve on what we already have, not decrease it or not to shamble it. When you look at in America, for instance, what is happening? I didn't share that video with you. I think it was Chris Evan who shared a video where a bunch of police officers went to knock on a mother's someone's house because they want the son to come out because of jaywalking. Okay, jaywalking of all things. When there's a freaking president who tried to destroy democracy, they can even arrest him for a whole bunch of shit. Okay, this is the level of things we are living in the United States here. I didn't show the video because I didn't want to talk about it, but there I am. I'm still talking about it. Okay, so this is the thing. When we start seeing there is a problem here, and that video as well, someone said, why will they going after people, black boys? What do you think? This is something that I've said in other videos as well. When you look at when Trump got into power, when he became president, what were some of the things that he did? Why was he so focusing on getting rid of gangs, the Bloods, the Crips, the what? This is not to say I want gangs. This is not to say. Why was his full focus was on that? when there were so many other things that were happening, and there's local officials in every state that could deal with that? Why was he, as a president, not thinking about other things? Why? Because of the thing he wanted to do now. January 6th, when these people were doing this thing, they will not have any opposition. They could run through things, bulldoze through things without any opposition. Get rid of the men, those other strong men that, you know, those racists could not fight. This is why they're going after our kids. We need to open our freaking eyes and realize that the boys, the strong, they eventually they will become men. So those other kids will not have, their kids when they get older, they don't have opposition. Okay, when you put one and one together, this is what they're equal to. You don't need someone to spell it out for you. You could see why. What did they do to the native? The same thing. Oh my God. All right, I went off. I didn't even read that. What was this tweet about? All right, whatever, but let me read whatever's on the screen. Interesting point about this being the first coronation during the universal suffrage. I can see how that will have an impact. Okay, this tweet made me comment and talk about all of that. Okay, I will think if I were having eggs hurled at my head, I will have more than a little worry. Okay, all Chuck wants to do is ride his new golden carriage. The nonsense this is the thing here. These people never have any worry. They always make things look easy for them. They don't need to work hard to get what they have. So their little worries are things like that. I need a golden carriage. I need this house, when they have so many other houses, and then some people who's struggling can even have one over their head. Okay, all Chuck wants is to ride his new golden carriage. Only worry they have is when the tabloid show displeasure. It is the tabloid that they care about, not the peasant. Yeah, that's another thing too. The Romanovs were similarly unbothered, and then the, how do you pronounce it, Kodenka tragedy happened. That's when they killed them under in the basement. I don't know. I've been saying there's history before them. What is it? Charles' father, when he was alive, he could easily ask. Well, then again, Charles' father was young. He probably would not know. But there's the books. There's the books. You could easily read. All right? And my question was always questionable regarding, what is it, when Prince Phillips' sisters die in a plane crash. How come he was easily traveled to Germany and come back and this always bring a question mark to me. So which means the same thing that the UK did with right now, where they removed themselves out of the EU because they knew that a war was gonna happen between, in my humble opinion, okay, was gonna happen between Ukraine and Russia. So they want to pretend that they're not part of it, or they don't. If they depend on how things go, this is the leverage they wanted. Okay, depend on how things go. If it's benefiting them, they do what needs to be benefit them on either side of things. And I think this is the exact same thing that happened during all those other wars. All right, next tweet. Forget about that. Okay. Let me move this for. I'm probably gonna do 2 videos, but let me move this for last. If you see it, you see it. Okay, is that the one that I did? Okay, I might, which one did I did here? I saw the Scobie. Where is Scobie? Because I moved. Okay, there is, that was the one. Scobie. Let's do this. Scobie. There is little. Okay, I wanted to make sure I didn't redo something that I did already. I moved some stuff over because it interfered with that. Okay, there's Scobie again. Many of the country's council can barely afford to keep libraries open, maintain public parks and cemeteries, run free school travel for. Oh, so there's my answer here. Schools are free, I guess. Certain schools depend on, obviously, the same way in the United States. There's public school, there's private. Okay, run free school travel for special needs students, fix potholes, clean the streets, support the arts. The list goes on. A street party is a list of their concern. All right, that's from The Sun. He retweeted a screenshot. Stench kings inside the 87 unpatriotic council spending nothing on King's coronation, including Charles' on tight fist town hall. Okay, what makes you think street parties to celebrate this historic moment are less important? If Harry and Meghan had bigger roles in the ceremony, I'm sure we'll say something different. Oh my God. Okay, you think council-funded celebration are as important as things I listed? Laughing my ass off. Yeah, I don't even need to go on that one. Okay, Google says there's some 11,930 local councils in the UK, so the Sun is throwing a fit over less than 1% of the council who don't have any means to fund a coronation party. Well, he just retweeted that, and what did he say again? That's important things. I mean, I've shared a lot of things where people can't even hit their bills. Hit their homes. They can't pay their bills. They go into heat banks. There's kids dying because of mold in the house. I've shared many of these. So people need to understand what is more important. Okay, you think council-funded celebration are important as the things listed? Laughing my ass off. Google said there's... Okay, I read this. Oh my God. Charles is a billionaire. He inherited all the money and he doesn't even pay any tax on it. Why is he taking money from the peasant? Okay, the wealth of the royal family, also known as the firm, stands at estimate $28 billion according to Fortune. The largest source of wealth for the royal family is the Crown Estate, a large portfolio of asset values at $19.2 billion according to a report from the Crown Estate. They love to say they have to show that they all that, but when it's time to spend, all of a sudden they're the poor of the poor. Okay, no dear, the street party is what we're all looking forward to. Okay, some people might be. Okay, it's going to be fantastic. I do hope the Californians stay where they are. Me too. I hope so too. And don't taint it. If you think this is taint, so why they keep on mentioning their name 24/7? I'll go into that. Okay, imagine if he used a portion of his budget to address needs in the council. People will be more inclined to celebrate. Okay, not to mention heating center. That's the thing that I was saying. Not to mention heating centers where folks can maybe go in the afternoon, early evening, and maybe weekends, so they don't have to stay in freezing homes. Okay, I saw a report this morning that they are even struggling to find volunteer bell ringers. Sorry, state of fair. All right, so this person who wrote this one, he's looking for it. Go volunteer. Okay, go volunteer. If at royal family want street parties, then pay for them. You can afford it. It's not up to already hard-pressed council to waste money on this. If those wanting to celebrate this event are so keen, let them set up a GoFundMe scheme. My council tax could be far better spent on helping residents deal with a cost of living crisis. This is what I thought. But let's see this one here. Who's saying this is fantastic? They're looking for it. Good, your life must be so boring if that's what you're looking forward to. Okay, it must be a bad. Okay, or we're all looking forward to it. Now, speak for yourself, not everybody. Okay, and our neighbors, our Jubilee Street Party was the best fun. Doesn't look like many cares actually out of English. Are you usually excited about the coronation this year? 95%. All right, let me leave this alone. Okay, it's probably some bats anyway. Next tweet. Okay, I'm gonna have to leave some for another time. Okay, good day to this person who thought Charles was Queen's husband, but somehow also knew the Queen's husband had died. Oh my God, I was laughing at this. This is why my list sort of messed up. All this should have been last. Okay, let's listen to this. Before the Royals try to take America, they might want to focus on taking the UK. 2 minutes and 5 seconds.
I forgot that he was her son. No, bro, that's mad that you said that.
I thought
Same
it was
thing.
going to William. I forgot that
Same
she had
thing.
another son that looks almost as old as her.
Yeah. Right, that's the same thing.
I couldn't believe it.
They're talking about Charles. They didn't know Charles was the Queen's son. They thought after the Queen died, it was gonna go to William, but they forgot that Charles was the Queen's son.
Believe it that like when I saw the first image of that's the king, that's not what I expected. I expected
The young
Harry's
boy.
brother.
Yeah.
You know, like there's so many rules.
Harry's brother, he doesn't even remember William's name to say William. They don't even know his name over there.
Like there's a fair few of them.
Yeah. I just didn't realise that he was her son.
Yeah.
It's the same. That's what it was. I remember they were reporting it, and they kept saying Charles and his mum, and I was like, who's his mum? Bro, I was baffled. Fam, I swear to you, this is how mad it was that you said the fam. They kept saying, yeah, like he's doing well, like obviously he's having to take over the thing, plus like he's having to grieve over his mum, and I'm thinking, who's his mum?
Or when they talked about Charles, I'd get confused about like where he was in the royal family, and even Andrew, I'd get confused about. I'd get confused about Andrew because, wait, if Charles,
that's their brother.
That's what I'm saying. That's his brother. That's his brother's hair. His gilly. That's what I'm telling you. That's his chargy, but different. Different. They grew together.
I mean, I could understand those guys in the UK don't pay attention to that. I don't see them really paying attention to the monarch and things like that. They're probably busy, trying to get their career going or, family time, doing their things. I could see them not really paying attention to that.
Literally. But it's like, you think about Harry and William, but then you miss their dad.
Their dad? Where's he been then?
He's been there the whole time. At one point, I thought that was the Queen's man.
Lucky, that's what I thought. This is what I'm saying, Chuck. So I got confused because you see that her husband died last year. Was it last year? Yeah. I got confused. I thought that was the same person.
Oh my God, they're all hilarious, and they must be 90s kids or early 90s, because if it was during the 80s, maybe. Nah, they probably will still not know. But anyway, there's the laugh. Okay, this video always makes me laugh out loud. Trust me, they are not the only one who haven't a clue about that family. I keep telling Squaddies, not all of us knew all of the shit about that family before Meghan come on the scene. Didn't care enough to find out. I mean, only found out Edward in like 2020. They didn't know Edward was there. They only find out about Edward in 2020. I guess around the same time when I was doing the thing about Ardent production, because I was trying to educate myself. What is it? I went on Twitter to look for something, and within the comments, because I love reading comments, I don't know why. And then within the comment section of that particular tweet, someone said Ford Fiesta had a miscarriage. I think that's what it was. Meghan was pregnant with Archie, and I couldn't understand why nobody in the royal family will not stand up for her. That's what really got me onto Twitter. And then I come across a tweet, and then someone said Ford Fiesta had miscarriage, and I was questioning myself why Ford Fiesta did not stood up for her, because she's a woman. She should have known that during someone's pregnancy, this is one of their most vulnerable time. And then someone said she had a miscarriage, and then through that, to verify to see if she had a miscarriage, like they said, and I come to find out, a whole bunch of other stuff. Edward had Ardent production. I'm telling you, it's through that, asking yourself question. I mean, when I say yourself, meaning myself question, and I found out about Edward. So I came to know about Edward the same time I did people. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. Okay, UK to their own king. Who are you? Oh, that's fine. Irrelevant. All right, let's go to the next tweet. That should have been... Oh, what happened there? Did I not copy? Let's see here. Oh, they removed that. Why did Prince Harry vote spare? What? Let's go back. Let's search for the... Because I usually type the first few sentences. Okay, there it is here. Why did Lady... No, that's not it. That's in French anyway, so forget that. This one, somebody... It was removed or it's not there. Maybe I copied the wrong thing somewhere. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Okay, Trevor Noah. British press is always so embarrassing. Why is this lady making this about herself? Can't imagine what Trevor Noah must have been thinking being interviewed by someone who's not smart enough to have a nuanced conversation. Okay, 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I saw it. I only bookmarked it because the squad were talking about it, but I didn't listen to it. She tried to attack Trevor Noah, but failed. Okay, 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Career. Do you now regret some of the jokes you made? Let me give you an example. You said, my mother, black South African, was saying, get me a white guy, get me a white guy. Well, my father was white Swiss. Of course, he liked chocolate.
That sounds funny to me, even when you say it. That sounded really funny. Why would I regret that?
Why would you regret that? Because some people say that's not really very funny.
But the people love. Everyone can say something is not really funny. This is the way some people don't
But
like
is it
Indian
more than
food.
that? Okay, let me give you an example. We have a very well-established black comedian in Britain called Lenny Henry.
Yes.
And he has said that he regrets doing that kind of joke where he said he would wipe his sweating brow and say, huh, I'm leaking chocolate.
But that's different.
Well, it's not. It's using chocolate, isn't it?
But that is different.
Well,
the Swiss love chocolates.
Oh, shoot.
Is not a term
but
that
you're
is
referring to your mother's
pejorative.
skin color as chocolate. What he
Yes,
said.
because my mom is proud to be dark, beautiful chocolate.
Yeah.
That's what she's saying. And this is
Oh, I love Trevor. My phone just rang, but I want to finish that record. I have like 3 more tweets to go, or 4 more tweets. So I like the way that Trevor Noah was responding. I mean, he was confident enough to write the joke, and he stand by it. Just because this person who's interviewing Trevor Noah then find it funny, that doesn't mean other people may find it funny. It's like she's directing people to believe the same way she's believing in, that it wasn't funny, therefore Trevor should take his joke back. But anyway, let's continue.
The book, I talk about this as well. I saw people and race as chocolate.
I wouldn't use that.
Okay, so that's you. It's fine. That's you. There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay to disagree with him, but don't make him. I mean, he feels confident. He's standing by it. Okay, he's doing it with his whole chest. So why do you want him to discredit the thing he feels comfortable sharing? Oh my goodness.
But when
I wouldn't say that.
Listen, when I grew up, I believed that all people were chocolates. My mom was dark chocolates, my dad was white chocolates, and I was milk chocolates. So I see all people.
So you see that as funny, but do you not realise that some people might not like that? And Lenny Henry went on to say that joke about how he was leaking chocolate. He says, I knew there had to be a better way of trying to put the message over, putting your jokes over without having to pick on people because of their colour or because of their race.
Yes, but
his view is different from yours.
Obviously.
Lenny Henry and I'm Trevor Noah.
Yeah, but
bingo! I'm gonna move it back. I know some of you don't like when I talk over things. Obviously, the guy is different. Of course. Oh my goodness.
Of their race.
Yes, but
his view is different from yours.
Because he's Lenny Henry and I'm Trevor Noah.
Yeah, but he's black.
Yes, but he was talking about leaking chocolate, implying that his skin color was not something that belonged to him. That is a different joke.
He's just trying to say that his skin color is chocolate.
No.
You're splitting hairs here.
No, but that is exactly what we should be doing. Because what you're doing is creating.
I'm not sure I
you're
would.
creating
I'm not
racial
sure
jokes.
I would say.
No, you're creating
you
monoliths. You're creating monoliths of jokes, and that's not fair to do. Every single joke has a context. Every single joke comes from a place. The most important thing with comedy is context. Without context, no conversation is complete. Without context, no.
Wow, very intelligent. I'm surprised. Look, you know, one thing. The way he's responding back to that lady, Trevor Noah, is very calm and, you know, regular conversation. Because some people will find it very offensive. Like the other day in one of my videos, was that one of the royal rats were upset just because they asked her a simple question. She said, I'm not coming to your thing anymore. Just because somebody asked her, where did you come with, you know, with your conclusion? She find it very offensive. But there's this person who's criticizing Trevor Noah just because she herself, I don't know, who didn't like the joke that Trevor was saying, which is perfectly fine. But don't attack them to believe what you believe because he said it already. Okay, let's read some of the comments. Also, let's not forget that we come from a different culture and countries. We may be black, but we have different experiences. Being a minority in Britain and being a majority in South Africa is going to give different layers of experience when it comes to racism. Okay, exactly. I don't understand why she was attacking when it should have been an interesting and nuanced conversation. She came with an opinion form already. Yeah, that's what I see too. Because, like I was saying, it's perfectly fine for her to disagree or then like Trevor Noah's kind of joke. But Trevor Noah's telling you, this is the way that I see it. Okay, you don't have to like it, but in his, I would say sometimes people who make jokes, they have that childish mind. Okay, this is not to say it's childish. Sometimes you have to think in a funny way to make those jokes. So in a childish mind, you see there's chocolate this, chocolate that. So that doesn't mean for that woman to actually agree with Trevor Noah, but Trevor Noah saw it his way and he explained it in his way. Can you imagine if everybody saw things the same way? Oh my God, life would be boring. Okay, British press certainly has some serious issue. I thought US was bad, but wow. Okay, they are another level. All right, let's read some few more. British media doing is usually toxicity. There's a rolling eye without fail. She's so rude. Do you know where I can see full interview? Who is she? They have a longer interview on YouTube. Just search Trevor Noah BBC, but couldn't find the full 30 minutes interview. Okay, is this the same woman that Barbados Prime Minister Mia Mottley had to check? Oh, very interesting. Oh, it is. Let's see here. I didn't see that interview, so it is. I'm moving on to the next tweet. There's more comment, but I need to move on, and there's somebody else I need to call. My phone was just ringing. Okay, just thinking about Penny. Okay, funeral. I did this already. All right, so let me move this. I think I did it already in another video. I think I did that one as well. So there's a pass because this looked familiar. Okay. No, I did not. But I read it when I first bookmarked it. The Dragging. Do not take a video from the Daily Show and cut a clip from it completely out of context to show up your BS. All right. Let's get this straight. I believe every word that Harry and Meghan are saying. Whoever watches the video in its entirety will know this is far from a takedown. Okay, someone has such a time on their hand. What is that? Okay, I'm not gonna read this because it's too much. Okay, pause your screen and read that. Okay, sorry about that. I need to run. Okay, pause your screen and read that. This is why I like to do those videos early in the morning, because now there's phone calls I need to make. Then okay, what? Good luck to them. Okay, the same thing they did to Chris Rock. They added the part where he called the royal family racist. He didn't bash Meghan at all. Okay, I'm not sure. I didn't watch that. Okay, go on, Gina. If they watch her video, they would realize that she's long been a defender and all was not what it seems. But they don't have enough brain cells to fart, so no surprise. Okay, and has the nerve to be indignant. Okay. Hope she report him for copyright. Okay, I do not know what they're talking about. I'm moving on. Next tweet. Okay, so there's the I have one more after this. William's sole mission in life, even as a toddler, is wanting what Harry has and making sure Harry is unhappy and subjugated. Think rabbit video. Yeah, when Princess Diana was giving it to William to hold and he didn't want it, and then once Harry said yeah, he's caressing the bunny, all of a sudden, can I have it? Can I have it? I still remember that annoying voice. Okay, think rabbit video. Bid tantrum, hate, lust for Meghan. Africa is his thing. Commonwealth trust. The list is endless. William is a sociopath. Alright, so there's this image here. There's one tweet a couple weeks ago. The squad were discussing this image, and now they're putting these two together. Okay, it's the same thing. Something he cannot have. There's this here. Hasn't he also tried to get Invictus off of Harry? Not sure if I read that or not, but wouldn't surprise me if he did. Okay, let's go into that. Come on, that would not surprise me at all. I suspect he didn't expect Invictus to grow into such a huge thing, or he'd have made a big fuss about keeping it and killing it. And the other thing too, let's remember, I read somewhere, I could be 100% wrong, but if I did read it, you must have known it because I would have shared it in a video as well. When Harry was trying to create Invictus, the firm will not fund it. Or was it one of the tweets that I was reading and someone mentioning? They will not fund it. It was Harry's money that funded Invictus. Okay, so when he was leaving, he was taking it with him because this is something he really truly cared about. So he wanted that to be helpful. And there's another tweet not too long ago where I was reading either a quote from Harry. Now I'm paraphrasing that quote. Is that those people fly and a couple helicopters. There's the cheer, and there he is going to help support vets' mental well-being. There's no cheer. This kind of thing. I paraphrase it a little bit, and it was a couple videos ago. Okay, so Harry is still passionate about the work that he's doing. So when he felt like Invictus would be something that he wanted to do, and he asked the firm to help fund it, they would not do it. So he took, I don't know, was it his mom's money or something like that? I know it was his own money that funded it, that I read somewhere. All right, so when he was leaving, he took it. And thank God for that as well. I mean, God works in a mysterious way. Sometimes when he put an obstacle for you, maybe it's a learning lesson for you that will benefit you in the long run. Because if the firm had funded it from the beginning, guess what? When Harry was leaving, there's no way they will let him live with it. There is absolutely no way. Okay, there's that. Wilma and Chuck certainly did not want Harry to found Invictus at all and discourage him doing it. Okay, so there's another comment that's sort of supporting some of the things that I think I read. Wilma then withheld Harry's and Wilma's foundation fund to be able to stage that first ever Invictus. Harry did not listen to them, and he funded the money and the people to stage the first ever Invictus. All right, I read that also. I think they know what a disaster he will be as king without Harry as a scapegoat, and hope his marriage fell and he returned to the UK. William and Kate haven't had a big successful initiative since Harry left. I mean, that's because Harry was the one who was doing everything, and he gave credit. Even when in the Obama Foundation, when Melody Hobson was asking him, who helped fund the the thing that they did with Kate and all of that, he said he doesn't remember. She pressed him twice. Both times, Harry brushed it off.
Doesn't this seem obvious? Like, why haven't other people done it then? So you've created, with your brother and sister-in-law, the Royal Foundation. Okay, you've started a charity. My first question would be, do we need another charity? So, what was your thinking in coming together? Whose idea was this?
So that's my motto is exactly that. Why another charity? Our foundation is not another charity.
Whose idea was this? I mean, who was it? You or Prince William? Or
the Royal Foundation?
Yeah.
Can't even remember.
Okay, because he didn't want to outdid them to say that was my idea. And we all know it was Harry's idea. Okay, William is a hothead. And then the thing is that you would have thought this is what happened when he always have everything done for him. You would have thought, knowing you effing lazy and you're not gonna put the work behind the project, why would you trash your brother that much? I've spoke so many times about this. If I know I'm not gonna do the work and someone is willing to do it, I will put that person in a pedestal. All I want is to go cut the freaking ribbon and give me credit. And that's it. And then I'll try to find ways to help you get the things that you need to make the project a success. But for him, because they never show him any obstacle, anything that he wants, he gets it. So it's okay for him to trash the hard workers. Okay? So now once they left, I don't know. Is he still learning? I don't know. Well, then again, maybe the wife is, because she did say she's still learning. So who knows? But it's their problem. Not Harry and Meghan, because they're doing their things. Look, the minute they left, 3 years now, they've been awarded so many things because of their hard work. All right? People should not be jealous of people who's willing to work. All right? let's see here. I don't think he tried to get it. But according to the book, it sounded like he tried to discourage Blackham from ever launching it. Remember, there's 400 more pages into Harry's book, so he's not gonna out his brother. All right, so now back to the main thing here. Okay, you read. Okay, you're reading, aren't you? Okay, tell that to the goat. Okay. Let's see here. Harry wasn't just speaking about trolls. He meant his family too. Willie can't cry because his brother, the spare Prince Harry, thriving and living his best life with a woman who loves him and his 2 kids. He has what no other spare has in the UK: on money, freedom, and love. Let's see here. Okay, quote, I didn't try to please those who don't like me, and I don't change myself because of it. I just focus on the things that should be done well. Wow. Okay, there's Montecito here. Yep, living his best life. And I think this alone, seeing him have his own thing, despite the fact that the brother have 5 houses or whatever numbers of houses he has in the UK, but this alone, his envy of that. Can you imagine this? My goodness. Baggage for God. Let's read this and then I'll do the last tweet that I have. I have more, but I'm gonna stop at this one. He could have been kinder. I suppose he left. He didn't need Harry as he had courtiers. There's that too. Okay, this is why I'm still waiting to read Spare after reserving it at the library 3 months ago. Okay, at this time you should just buy it. Okay, exactly. Petty and horrible. His brother is the kindest, bravest, and selfless man. He should try to live with that. Okay, as George Herman advised, quote, one of the most dangerous sports a family can play together is running a business. That is why royal family are not known for having good relation with the relations. That's true too. But the thing is that they train them from birth to learn to respect the heir. When you look at Harry talking about when William when he first joined the school that William went to, he was so happy. He thought his brother will protect him. The very first time I saw that video and I was recording, I was like, oh my God, look at him. He looks so timid as he was saying that. Okay.
Probably one of my first days, isn't it? Probably me turning up thinking I've got my older brother at the school. He'll be looking after me when in fact he just ignored me.
So they teach all the others who come after to respect the heir to the throne and all of that. So there's a respect there, but they never show the heir to the throne how to be humble, how to respect the people below them. That way they could maintain themselves. But whatever, let me do the last one. This is the thing that I used to say, and I keep on saying, is that the way they raise William, it should have been almost the same way as they raise Harry. Put obstacle for him. I mean, don't go out of your way to put pain on him. That's not what I'm saying. But make things slightly challenge for him to obtain. Because at the end of the day, all of this is going to end up to him. Look at him. He's already, since the Queen passed, what's belonged to him, whatever his Prince of Wales, so the Duchy of Cornwall is his. So there's properties, income that come in. So this was gonna be for him. So once he has it, he'll appreciate it. There's a possibility he already wastes millions of dollars because now there's all that money coming in. There's no end to, there's no boundaries, there's no limitation and all of that. So this is why when he was a child, they should have make things a bit more challenging for him. Don't go out of your way to inflict pain onto him, but knowing that what awaits him, but yet make him work towards it and then reward him a little bit at a time, because at the end of the day, once somebody die, he's gonna get something else. All right, this is my last tweet and then I'm gonna do a video. Oh my God, 1 hour and 23 minutes. Okay, breaking. Prince Harry and Meghan spotted in St. Barth on vacation by locals. I do not know if it's true. I purposely did not put it on my community board, because if I put it on my community board, it will be somewhat at the time that they are. So by the time you see that video, it will probably already pass. So I purposely did not put it on my community board just in case, you know, the Rangers. Okay, and I didn't even retweet it as well. Okay, there's the laugh here. UK headline, sources close to the Sussexes. There's the laugh and clown. Okay, they are thinking hard about the coronation. Okay, there's that. Staff leave. There's this. Wow, I was obsessed. Okay, I was obsessed with this cartoon when I was a child. There's this, haven't seen it in so long. And I think I responded to that because my nephew used to watch it. Okay, is it Caillou or Caillou? Okay, my nephew used to watch it. Okay, I call it Caillou, but I don't know if that's the right way. Okay, I'm gonna need you to stop. Okay, that's that. Okay, so that's it. This is the tweet that whether or not it's true, I do not know. All right, if they are in St. Bath. I was looking for a thumbnails for a video and I chose this one. Let's look for a prayer. Let's do all. Prayer for, what did we discuss? Coronation, and let's do well-being for, okay, let me close my, the word covenant. I do not know why covenant came to me. Okay, prayer for covenant. Okay, let me be full, let me be empty, let me have all things, let me have nothing. I freely and fully surrender all things to your glory and service. And now, O wonderful and holy God, creator, redeemer, and sustainer, you are mine and I am yours. Okay, I do not know. I just closed my eyes and then the word covenant came to me. Let's see. I'm going with this. Okay, covenant prayer. I am no longer my own, but yours. Put me to what you will. Rank me with whom you will. Put me to doing. Put me to suffering. Let me be employed by you or laid aside for you. Exalted for you or brought low for you. Let me be full. Let me be empty. Let me have all things. Let me have nothing. I freely and wholeheartedly yield all things to your pleasure and disposal. And now, glorious and blessed God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, you are mine and I am yours. So be it. And the covenant now made on earth, let it ratify in heaven. Amen. Okay, my eyes was looking into that. Let's see what this one says. Okay, I am no longer my own, but yours. Put me to what you will. Place me with whom you will. Put me to doing. Put me to suffering. Okay, I think it's repeating the same thing. Okay, let me be put to work for you or set aside for you. Praise for you or criticize for you. Let me be full. Let me be empty. Let me have all things. Let me have nothing. I freely and fully surrender all things to your glory and service. And now, O wonderful and holy God, creator, redeemer, and sustainer, you are mine and I am yours, so be it. And the covenant which I have made on earth, let it also be made in heaven. Amen. Okay, so it's the same thing as that one. So I'm gonna keep this one. Okay, so that's it. I have more tweets, but I need to make some phone calls. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 tweets, but I'm gonna leave it for another time. All right, and I'm probably gonna add to it and when I record later in the night. That's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. That's it. Okay, I need to make some phone calls.
And we will always say yes to becoming patron of a charity that we believe in and that we're incredibly passionate about. But I think in today's world, you have to be involved with things that make sense to where your passions lie, rather than potentially turning up to a charity once a year. I don't think that's necessarily beneficial to anybody.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness, and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.